Okay.
Welcome back. So, Perpetual, the coming of Rebecca, yes, you've talked about 2 concerts plus a masterclass. How much of impact do you think her coming, the concert and the masterclass, how much of impact do you think it will leave in the music space in Nigeria?
The impact is going to be huge. For our students, our school, we train musicians from scratch. We also have a diploma school which is more professional for advanced learners. And we have, I think currently we have over 10 pianists or piano students, people who are studying in the diploma school. And we have over 20 at the basic school. We have several network of pianists. We have the Pianist Forum of Nigeria. So it's something they're all looking forward to. She performs, people say it's the works she's going to be performing are very demanding. They're not like you pick up a Franz Liszt concerto. A few people we sent those to, they kept commenting that she's really, what's the word? She's fierce. For her to pick up works like that, it's like picking a Tchaikovsky or Rachmaninoff piece. And the way we're just all waiting to see how it's going to all play out, and our students are looking forward to that. One major thing that we see in the space, not just in music, generally, I feel that attention to detail is something that's very critical, and it's missing, and it's very important beyond the music space. In leadership, in government, we want to break that and be able to expose people to detail, the need for detail, and that's what we expect the impact we expect to leave on our students and in the music space.
Some of us I love classical music.
And I think there's a community, of people who love, classical music. But it doesn't seem like it's
widespread.
Widespread.
Yes.
Most people, you talk about classical music.
In fact, when you start playing,
Well, it depends. It depends. Yes, it's not widespread. I wouldn't deny that. Some people say it's music for the elites. It's music for a selected few, but it's very good music. Classical music is that refined kind of music.
It resounds in your depth.
Yes, it's just beautiful. Sometimes you just watch a symphony orchestra perform. It takes you to a different realm, and it comes with finesse. It comes with discipline. It comes with a lot of work. Yes, it has that, but it's breaking through, and that's what Muson is trying to do through education. So we have students who, after school, they come to the Muson Center to take lessons in piano music, in violin playing, in different things. And we have some of our graduates who teach in schools trying to pass the message across. There's just something very beautiful about I met a few lawyers and doctors in the US or in London who are very good violin players. They do their day job, and after work they come to... It's that thing we really want to make it even more widespread, and that's what Muson is interested in, through education, through regular performances, and through interactions, international affiliations like this, when we have them come in and share their experiences with our own space. And it's growing, it's really growing, and it's a very delicate space, but it's a beautiful space. When you leave these things with your children, Muson is also a members organization. We have members who subscribe annually to attend concerts, to just be a part of the family. And a lot of them, their kids come for lessons. The idea is to ensure there's a tradition. It becomes a tradition of good music, taking roots. And children, for the kids it's boring. Like you say, people just want to sleep. For the kids, it's a little bit boring for now, but when they get to secondary school and they see how much people are amazed when they play the piano, when they play the violin, they begin to feel cool. And it does something extra for them. Classical music comes with discipline. I can't say that enough. It comes with attention to details. It comes with consistency, practice. And that's something we need in our society, and that's what Muson is really focused on. Okay,
Rebecca performed piano works by Nigerian composers at the African American Festival in the US. Who is she going to be working with here too?
Yeah, she's a pianist, first of all. So most of her works, she's doing them alone for the recital on the 4th. The piano recital is a solo recital. So it's just her and our beautiful piano in the Ajib Recital Hall. We have a Bosendorfer grand piano in the Ajib Recital Hall. Then on the 11th, she's going to be working with the Muson Orchestra. Now, the Muson Orchestra is a group of young people who, most of them, 80 to 90% of them, were trained at Muson, or are still being trained at Muson. Some of them have still been trained at Muson, from the basic school to the diploma school, and they've graduated. Some of them are working now. So that's the Muson Symphony Orchestra. Violins, trumpets, and you have the brass section, the wind section, the strings and the percussions playing with her for the Franz Liszt concerto. So she's going to be working with the Muson Orchestra, and we have a conductor from Germany, a visiting conductor who comes here like 3 times a year. These are the things, part of the things we try to ensure we have international. Because classical music, we all know it's not from here, it's Western, but it comes with, and then the more you practice classical music, the more you create your sound, you find your sound. And our Nigerian musicians are beginning to write songs or arrange songs. I mean, last year, or 2 years ago, we played Water by Fela. It was arranged like a classical piece, but it had that flair of Afrobeat music.
I was going to ask you the infusing of the Nigerian sound, or our local ethnic sound, into classical music.
Yes.
How's that coming up?
It's slow, but every time it happens, it's beautiful. It's just, the Nigerian man understands Nigerian sound. It comes first for him. But then you have some Nigerians, like Muson was set up by a few friends who lived abroad. Akintola Williams, we all know him. Roshiji, a few friends who just came together. They lived abroad and they came down to Nigeria, and they just wanted to reproduce or replicate what they experienced over there. So that's how Muson was founded. So yes, as much as they get exposed to classical music, there's still something inside us reaching out for the Nigerian sound. Yeah. So you have a few, Muson, part of the things, apart from learning to play or perform, some of our students or some of our graduates are beginning to write their own music, create their own sound. But also because of their learning, their training in classical music, they put those two things together and it comes out so beautifully. That's why the likes of Ayo Bankole, he's late now, and then his son, Ayo Bankole Jr., the one who, I think Channels used to play, the tune he arranged for Channels, it used to be your opening piece, Ishe Oluwa Sound. Yes, that was by Ayo Bankole. Those are people who combined Western classical music with African sounds. So they come back home, pick a folk tune, put it all together, and and then you have an orchestra, a symphony orchestra, performing an African tune. It just comes out beautifully, but it's work in progress. A few of our graduates are beginning to release works that are that's basically a fusion of Western music and African music. And sometimes we just pick works that are already done, like a Fela's Water No Get Enemy, arrange them, and the orchestra performs them.
And it's growing. This would, bring in more interest from different quarters.
Yes.